Welcome back to Slow Burn, the podcast where we talk books, chaos, and the men we absolutely let ruin our lives. Today we're diving deep into the morally gray and the ones that call us mine, burning kingdoms down and somehow make emotional damage look sexy. We're talking the walking red flags, the redemption arcs, and the unholy obsession that keeps us up at 3 a.m. saying just one more chapter. So grab your drink, whiskey, tea, or emotional support iced coffee, and let's unpack why we all want to fix the fictional men our therapists warned us about. And because chaos loves company, we've got someone special joining us, the fabulous co-authors from Madison Chase. Welcome to our chaotic madness here.
Happy to be at the chaos. Yes, we thrive in it.
So, welcome. I've got my red wine, and Steph has her non-alcoholic red wine. I'm just going to talk for you tonight. You just sit there and look pretty.
Right ahead. You're doing great.
I bought it.
This is true. I was cleaning out my shed, and she was like, "Hey, when you get back, go check out what we left in the Jeep." It's like there's a little old, the pink Barbie Jeep. It must be like from 20 years ago. Anyway, and there was a bottle of non-alcoholic wine.
Non-alcoholic Merlot.
Oh.
So welcome. We're so happy to have you here. We have been following you guys on Instagram. We have been following you on Facebook and stalking your website like good creepers. To enjoy it.
Don't mind the chaos of the website. It's currently like we're transitioning it to the new look. So there's some pages that are still like not quite there yet. But
don't look at ours. I don't think I've updated it since the first episode, so it's fine.
Yeah, but your website it's very pretty. It's very, I don't know, it just draws me in. So I know you're transitioning, but
we lost Steph. She died.
I died. Nope, just pushing wrong buttons. Story of my life.
Okay, so how did you two find each other creatively?
Oh, that's a story.
Yeah.
So we both are forum RP nerds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're familiar with like how forum RP back in the day used to be. Like you get on a host server like JSync, and they would have basically little worlds on these forums. Like there's Harry Potter role play, there's supernatural role play, and you just create characters, you create plots and stories, and it's like interactive storytelling.
Yeah,
we met on a zombie apocalypse themed one.
Yeah,
about 16 years ago, almost 17 years.
Yep.
And we just kind of been finding each other and writing ever since.
Oh yeah. My God.
Yeah. We went through marriages, we went through kids, we went through military.
Yep.
She was
oh my God.
in the military, we lost connection for a little bit there. And then when she got out of the military, we kind of ramped up that storytelling and plotting. And then I convinced her to move to Kansas City right as COVID hit. So she kind of got stuck with me in the lockdown. Hey, come to Kansas City. It's a great city. There's so much to do. Bam. No, there ain't.
That's awesome.
So, but we started like really getting serious about the book during lockdown.
Yeah.
So,
and what was the first book you two wrote together?
Together's Dance with the Devil.
Yeah.
Yep, that is the one. That's our baby. We've got a lot of works in progress, but she's the completed baby.
Yeah.
I started that one last night. I am enjoying it very, very much. So I cannot wait to finish it and see how it ends. But I do like it a lot. The characters are great. So I am excited to finish that one. I stayed up entirely too late last night.
Just one more chapter.
One more chapter. That's all I ever say. Sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. It's fine.
Right.
It's fine.
I passed out last night from doing that 2 nights ago. So it caught up with me. So how where did you move from? How were you roped in?
So,
to Casey.
so I've been like all over the place. Because when I was in the military, I was stationed in Japan, and then I ended up going to San Diego because I was pregnant because I couldn't be on a ship anymore. So I got put in San Diego, and then I got out of the military, and then I couldn't stay there anymore. So I moved to South Carolina, and then kind of like went
South Carolina, Key West.
no to my mom's in Texas.
That's right.
And then we went to Key West because that's where my now ex, we had orders to go to Key West. And then we moved to South Carolina because he got out of the military. Mm-hmm. And that's where she roped me in.
Nice.
Boy from South Carolina back to
Rescued you.
Yeah.
I like that.
Which is funny because I actually left to go to the military from Columbia, Missouri. So,
mm-hmm. Missouri native.
That's not too far away.
No, it's not. It's
No,
funny.
that's
I
not.
actually, when she kept telling me, she's like, "Oh, I'm from Kansas City." I'm like, "Isn't that like in Kansas?"
Like even people in Missouri
Yes,
don't
and
even
no.
realize that Kansas City is not just.
Look, to be fair, was young and dumb, didn't understand like geography, like didn't understand.
Even if you're from here, like you were saying, like sometimes that connection is.
I mean,
yeah,
you can
it's
drive
lost.
through it though, and like all of a sudden you're in the Missouri side and cross the street, and then you're in the Kansas side and cross the street, and you're back in Missouri. So I mean, it's easy to get lost in it.
Like I just got out of a job that was like on State Line Road,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to visit my dad who's over at the KU area, like the hospital there, and so quickest route is just be on State Line. Okay, cool. So I'm driving down it, and it really is just straddling. Like if you're going towards KU, then you're in Missouri. If you're coming away from it, you're in Kansas. And I like noticed that even the street signs are different on either side. Like that tripped me out so bad.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
So how do the two of you balance two creative voices into like that one seamless narrative?
So that's just from years of
Yeah.
writing together.
We kind of are like right on the same wavelength. I would say about 90% of the time, if one of us is thinking it, the other one's already thinking it too.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like she said, just comes from like years and years of getting to know each other's writing style. Like these characters we each created, and we know each other's characters as intimately as we know each other.
Yeah,
like it's
different where if it's like two people that's been friends for a long time and they haven't actually had the experience of making these characters together for years, because we really do, the characters know each other already. We've had interactions. They've already had their story. We're just finally putting it into a book.
Yeah.
So it's
good.
different. It's unique. It's
and that other 10% where we're maybe not on the same wavelength,
yeah.
It's a little bit of bumps and bruises in that area, but usually it's a matter of, okay, well, I'm going to take this document over for like an hour and I'm going to put my thoughts down because you're not listening. And then it's, well, after an hour is up and we've got the words down, slide it over to the other one. It's like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, totally get it. There we go.
So when you were creating these characters, are these characters that you have created from years of like being in these role-playing games, or like that I mean, how does that develop? Like how, because I think that that's fascinating that you've already come to know these characters so intimately, like and then it's just piecing it all together, right? Like,
yeah, so and it's like half and half.
So yeah, because
4 characters,
right? Like so for example, Charlie, she originally started out as a blonde-haired, brown-eyed girl, a little different. Her name
Jo from Supernatural feel.
Yeah, a lot more Jo from Supernatural. Okay. Still has those elements, but not the same anymore because she's a little different now. She's evolved. She's got brown hair. It's a little
more different,
more confident,
more confident in herself. Definitely isn't afraid to do things.
definitely not afraid of her gun.
No, I don't want to ruin anything just in case you haven't seen it that too far. But
we have a
she's really
spoiler
good.
alert at the beginning that says that we unapologetically spoil things. Like it's not
I
on
was like,
purpose,
okay,
but it
yeah,
happens.
so sorry. But no, she's like, this character is so much different than what she was when I RP'd her, like, years ago.
And even like Lucifer, not even the most like original incarnation of Charlie didn't have a Lucifer.
No.
I believe that was one of the characters. Like we have these little files of characters that we kind of just took along with whatever theme site we would jump around to. We would find a way to fit them into that new world. And it was kind of a more recent world that we were writing in where Lucifer joined in on the and by recent, like 6-7 years ago, maybe
Something like that.
But where I created a Lucifer character to play off of her because she had this really cool idea of this dynamic, and I was like, oh, I've got to play it. And at the time, I hadn't actually really played like male characters, and it was a challenge, but it was so fun just playing off of each other like that.
Yeah.
And so like we have these core characters, like I said, that come around to all these sites. We have so many different versions of them that we know them inside and out, and they became our core character cast. And then we also have new ones that like surprise us at every turn. Book 2, we have one of my favorite characters, Dion, and he's a pretty new character that we've really developed and given meat to since writing the books.
Yeah, it's like one character that I can't wait to actually explore more with is Jenna.
Yes, Jenna. So Jenna is Charlie's sister. She vaguely mentions her family in book 1, and then in book 2 we're kind of getting a more close glimpse
of their family,
of the brand
her family. Yeah.
And Jenna is actually going to have her own book. So, but she is a brand new character. Like she evolved from just mentioning this family.
Yeah.
So
her story is completely different from what she was originally envisioned. So it's like something wild. Yeah. But basically, to answer, it's like kind of like D&D, if you're familiar with D&D, how people have these character sheets and they're like, I love this character and I don't want to put him away, and then they bring him around to different games and whatnot. So it's almost that similar concept, but urban fantasy and writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So when you're planning out those characters, do you have like Post-it notes all over the walls? Do you like
sometimes there was a time where I had Post-it walls in the bedroom on the wall because I was like, okay, I need to like plan stuff because I'm like, I can't function. And then the Post-it notes kind of got like out of hand, and then I started like writing them in notebooks.
We've tried different software. What's really funny is like in the RP world, you have what we call character sheets, and they can take many different forms. Some people do like interview questions where you get to know your character that way, and some people are just like a dossier of this person. And we've done all of that, and we've been able to keep like those notes so well organized. But the second we decided that it's time to put them in a book, we don't know what to do anymore. A lot of it just stays in our brain, which is like the worst.
Oh yeah,
do not recommend. 4 out of 10 don't recommend trying to file that.
No, we're what is it? We're was it pantsers?
We're plantsers.
Plantsers, yeah. We're not
Plantsers.
Yeah,
I like that.
I will say, like we've bought and really we're disappointed in a lot of software. Google Docs will always be like king. It'll always reign king because you can always just get to it.
Yeah, it's tried and true, right? Like,
well, and the most beautiful thing about that program is that her and I can both be on it at the same time.
At the same time, yeah.
And it's just a cost to do it.
Yeah, but all these other programs are really hard to do at the same time. That's when we usually have to like pass the rock around, you know. But yeah, so like we throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks half the time.
Yeah, I like that plan.
Sounds like my whole life
of it. Yeah. Yes.
It's our marketing strategy too, is spaghetti.
Oh my god, it's so much worse for marketing. I don't know. I just wanted to write. I'm so done with marketing. I didn't sign up for this.
The marketing piece is an interesting piece. We dip our toe in it every so often for the podcast, and I'm like, I don't know what we're doing.
It's a nightmare.
I totally get it.
To be Ernest Hemingway, isolated and just like nobody perceive me.
Yeah.
Just read. And now we have to do everything.
Yeah, I'm just like, I just like, well, I just want to get like just what is it? Just rich enough so that I can hire somebody to do that for me. That's all. And then from there, I don't, like, I just want to be just rich enough so that we can hire someone
to do work.
That's it, and then we'll be fine. Like that's all. That's the goal. I don't even care anymore.
I get that.
Right.
Take it off the plate, right? It's one less thing.
One less thing.
We're here for that. So in our internet stalking, we saw that you guys are on the board of Casey BookBeat.
Yes.
So please tell us a little bit more about that nonprofit.
Yeah,
it's so fantastic. Like so we published in September of last year. Like the book is barely just over a year old. We went to our first event as authors like within a month of that.
Yeah, I think because but technically it was a
that was a karma event. But I'm just saying, like, as far as getting into events and getting into community, we're like a year old in that.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, we didn't even know there was anything about books in Kansas City. Like, this is crazy. Like, adult book fair, what? You know? And like the Karma Community Market was so fantastic. I always loved their events that they had, and we got connected to Stacy, the founder of Casey BookBeat, during one of those Karma events. And we just we kept finding connecting to these people that were showing up at the table, and they're like, hey, we're doing this, we're trying this. Our narrator we met at that same event. And then a year later she narrated our book for us. And within we got so excited for what we were hearing about Kansas City BookBeat, that we did our first Lit and Libations, which is their big book fair or book fest, whatever you want to call it. And
yeah, because we did it that
same November or something like that.
Yeah,
dates are fake.
Yeah, their very first one, I think that
and it was insane. Like, we were deer in the headlights looking around. Trisha was brand new to the board, and she's flitting around checking in on all the vendors, and she comes over and is like, how are you guys doing? And he's like, we're okay, because we don't know what we're doing at all, but this is the best thing
this
ever.
Is awesome.
This is awesome. From then until January, we were just kind of getting to know the community, but also getting to know Trisha and Stacy a little bit more. And then we just kind of there was another event that that's right, we did an interview with Stacy, Vanessa, and Trisha. We were like, we want to do an interview with you guys and put you on our website.
We never got to.
We never got to post it because we're terrible. But that got us a little closer to them. And we're like, oh, we see, you guys need some help. And we just kind of slowly became a part of the helping crew with it. So they would need somebody to do something for an event. Hey, we got you. We could do this. Do you need a graphic? Just random little things we would throw out there. And eventually they asked to add us onto the board, which was wild because, like I said, it is the most phenomenal community. Kansas City BookBeat, the nonprofit, really is a focus on the indie author community within Kansas City, getting those small businesses and those authors connected with their audiences, with their consumers, trying to uplift them, because the problem with traditional publishing versus indie publishing, you're not taking it seriously.
No.
You don't have resources the way that a traditional publisher has as an indie. So
everybody that does their own like independent publishing, whether you are self-published, hybrid, whatever, you're really taking on all of these hats, and it feels so isolating. Back in 2013, I wrote Pack or Pray on my own back in 2013 before we kind of restructured it as Madison Chase. And it was so, I had no idea that there was community to be had in the book world. And it's such a different beast than it was back then, because now there's so many of us and everybody's wearing the hats and everybody wants to help everybody else out and give each other a leg up. And that's really the meat of what Kansas City Book Beat wants to do, is to uplift those voices that kind of get hidden away, because, you know, we want to show the world and show the community that independent authors are legit authors. A lot of us do it as a business choice because traditional publishing is such trash, in my opinion.
Right.
It's trash. It's not the books themselves, not the writers, but the industry.
Right. Getting into that mainstream market bullshit. Yeah.
And even then they want you to do your own marketing and stuff. So it's like,
right.
Where's the benefit?
Perks? Where's the perks?
Right.
So
right.
With Kansas City Book Beat, we are trying to like help authors get those footholds into places. They do things like, so Comic-Con, for example.
Yeah.
That's such a cool, like, bucket list thing as a creator or an author. But it's also one of those things that's like, financially, it seems like the bar is way out of reach if you're independent, just off of price alone. So Kansas City Book Beat decided to, like, we were going to do a table where we would bring in authors connected to Kansas City Book Beat, and we would all promote each other's books. Yeah, we would learn how to sell each other's books, learn how to, like,
there's 5 different authors that come, and they all learn from each other to teach each other how to sell each other's books.
And in that, you learn how to sell your own.
Yeah. I actually helped somebody else learn how to sell their own book. They're like, I never thought of how to sell my book that way. And it was actually helping, because I was like, how do you sell your book? Like, tell me how to sell your book. And they're like, oh, it has this, this, and this. And I'm like, cool, thank you. And then I started selling their book for them. And they're like, oh, I had no idea. And I'm like, there you go.
And that's that community.
Like, it's that community that, like, I feel like a lot of people don't realize that is needed until they're like, they see it firsthand. And that's,
well, and I think that that's really important, because with mainstream, right? Like, I feel like they have their own narrative and something that they can quite possibly really make a decision on who and what are going to have access to what people are reading, right? And I feel like that's kind of scary. And so I think that that's pretty amazing that Kansas City has a community that is pushing to make sure all voices are heard, right? And not just selected, however that selection process goes. I think that that's really, I just think that that's amazing. So,
it definitely very close to our hearts. So, like,
oh no, we're passionate about it. We're very passionate.
Yeah,
we're
absolutely.
We're trying to get even more like community driven, like bringing trying to find more locations, not just in like Phil Creek. We're trying to go in different, because I know that's one of the biggest places that we've been doing a lot of the events at. So we're trying to go other locations.
We're wanting to bounce around the city so that, like, the accessibility is like number one. Accessibility, whether it's financially, distance, whatever. We are big on accessibility.
Yeah.
Like accessibility, community, resource, like helping connect resources, even like authors that need, hey, you know, editing is super expensive. Where's this network of bookish creators, bookish people, professionals?
Here.
I know somebody that can edit books.
Yeah.
Because they are also part of this community, sometimes they're like, well, let me give you a little discount on that.
Yeah.
And that's so beautiful to see, because it's so expensive to write a book. It's insane.
Right. Just to get it, to even get off the ground, right? Like, just to get it ready to be.
With money or with time.
Right.
And at this point, time is money. So
yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and then there's the sad reality that now we have people that are using like the sad reality of using AI, which
Right.
It has its place.
Assistive AI has its place.
Yes.
It's a hot button topic for me.
Right. So let me take over this conversation.
Feed the passion. Let it out.
it's okay.
Right.
We will preface that we have used it for our advertising pieces, but like we get that like it hurts the soul of creative people.
Yes, it does. And it should not be used in creative space. It should be used for it should be folding our laundry. It should be folding laundry.
Yes,
but like those that are like looking for art, like why not go to somebody who can do the art instead of paying or using an AI like that?
And there's that level of accessibility again, because artists should be paid what they're worth.
Yeah.
And it does make it hard when you're just starting out and you don't have the funds for like these really gorgeous arts, because you see these gorgeous arts and they're worth every penny.
Yes.
Like,
but you have to build up to that.
You have to build up to it. You have to start with the chibis or the little like ones that are more in your wheelhouse, like budget, but they're still good. Like they're still beautiful. It's just, and like I do art. I do character art too. And it's it's time consuming. You definitely want to pay your artist their worth, their time, their energy and all that. But I definitely I know that there's a lot of us out there that also are very in the know of how inaccessible it can be and try our hardest to make it affordable. And every time somebody's just like, I'll just go to AI, it's like, no, come see me, like come talk to me, get in my DMs. I guarantee if you DM somebody, you can have a conversation with them and work something out, whether it's a payment plan, something. Please. So, because and the problem is that it's the only reason that generative AI creates these crazy arts is because they're stealing pieces from artists to create it.
Yeah.
And now you have these witch hunts, which is the other side. Like, I will never go on a AI witch hunt. Yeah. As much as I hate it, I will never go on a witch hunt over somebody, because people are so quick to just scream AI. And they forget that the only reason the AI looks anything like it is because it was trained from the people's talent. So just because you see something beautiful or something descriptively written in beautiful prose,
like M dashes.
M dashes from my cold dead hands, I will abuse those every day of my life.
Well, I immediately see those and I judge, right? Like, I think that that's a fair point. So,
but who is it? Jane
and
Austen?
it shouldn't, right?
Jane Austen.
There's a place for them.
Jane Austen needs to stop with the AI.
How dare Jane Austen use AI?
But at the same time, we will say that because of our scheduling, because of our zero budget, because we're just starting, because of all of that, like our quotes and our, little images, it's quick to use AI for that. And we have had a very sweet illustrator DM us and ask us about, about rebranding for us. I said, like, absolutely at some point, like, if you could just give us a quote so we know what, like, we're working up to. Yeah. And then that's where the conversation stopped. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, and I think that that's the hard part too. Like, you got to keep the conversation going, because we're not opposed to rebranding and we want to use someone's art, but I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. And I am very much I worked in a tattoo parlor for many years, so I understand the importance of the real art versus the flash on the wall, right? Yes. Like
the originality, right?
Yeah, and the flash has its place, don't get me wrong, but I'll be one of the last people you see that have it. Like, I'll pay the extra $150. Like, that's just.
I think I have one piece of flash tattoo, and it is the one I regret
the most on my body. So like there some Flash can be cute, especially if it's like not your usual Flash. But I digress.
Right. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show.
Like, I'll keep that conversation going with you because it's important. And on the side of the creators looking for art, these are us artists, we need to be able to have those conversations and see, like, if we want the AI to stop being so, like, bad, like, so prevalent, we need to be able to have these conversations and see what we can work out among among people. Because, you don't want to be taken advantage of. Absolutely not. And there are people out there that will quickly take advantage of you. Get your contract strong, and let's talk payment plans. Let's talk piecemealing work. Can you do a logo this month? Can you do a banner this month? Let's get things going in a way that people can afford to do it so we can fight AI. Like, let's push back on it in a way that's collaborative and not just buy my art. That's never going to help.
Yeah. My brother he writes plays and out in California. And when AI started like really hitting the ground running, that was him and his thought and worry, which is absolutely correct, is like losing that originality and like that silver lining that you find throughout, right, all of literature, regardless of what genre it is, right? Like, and I think that that's such a good worry to have and to be so cautious with it because,
I'm still convinced Madam Web was an AI script.
No, that definitely was. That was the most bizarre.
I think he would agree with you.
Worst movie I have ever seen in my life. And I've seen some weird movies, and that one was just wasn't.
It's definitely we need to get our heart back in the art.
Yes, yeah, but right, like I think, and I mean, even just and you were talking about this, like the time that you put into it. It's not even. It's the time you put in and what comes from like your soul, right? Like what comes from that sentience piece that, that a lot of people have a hard time tapping into. And then you have AI who is trying to do something similar and it's not. And then, what will we have? These shells. So I think that that's like such a good point. Yeah. So,
I mean, even in the books, little pieces of us
are
characters. Like there's certain traumas, there's certain healing journeys that we have put into these books, and that AI can't do that.
Right. That soul pull, right? Like it's like, yeah, you're right. So no, I think that that's a good point. When you're writing your books, what are you trying to reach the audience? Do you have this goal in mind? Is there a purpose? Is it just a way for you to write out things that you have processed and gone through? Is it just like this creative push where it comes from? What would you say maybe the purpose is, or what are you hoping that the book will do for others, if that makes sense as far as the question goes?
I think it's a bit of a mix.
Yeah, I want to say there's mix because I want people to like find some kind of like weird comfort in it. Like, because with Charlie's book, there's a bit of like understanding of loneliness.
Well, and it's not even just
that. Well, no, because there's two characters that have that feeling of what it's like to overcome loneliness, rather.
Yeah.
That's a major theme in not just Charlie and Lucifer's book, but
the overall theme.
Pretty much every work in progress we have, and we came up with our motto, like, in the darkest pages, you're never alone. And that hits really strongly to the theme that we discovered was like lonely, like it is loneliness.
how do people react? What does it do to people's lives?
Mhm.
How does it change your brain chemistry? How does it make
Yeah.
how does it push you to make the decisions you make?
Yeah.
In all of our books that we were writing, there is that common thread of what loneliness did or drove these characters to do in their own way.
Yep.
Whether it's like shutting down and learning how to open yourself back up again, feeling betrayed from the deepest recesses of your soul, and just becoming like ice. And loneliness, for Packer Prey, for example, like I said, it's our older book. She's got some bumps and bruises on her. A lot of things were learned since
Right.
then. But we had to pull her off the shelf and do some edits and restructuring on it because we wanted to integrate that story into the same world that Dance with the Devil is in. It's going to be a big universe.
Yeah.
2 different stories right now. And Packer Prey focuses on a younger girl, kind of that 19-year-old, I hate everything, everybody's like out like to get me kind of feel. My family doesn't even pay attention to me. We all have been there. And
Right.
with Harley, who's the main character, she and the Harley Charlie thing, that's just
We didn't realize it until it was too late.
You did.
um,
It wasn't intentional.
it wasn't at all, and we just
Nope.
giggle about it all the time.
That's awesome.
Because eventually they're gonna meet, so that's gonna be fun.
Please
with
let
her,
people
like-
mix them up.
Yeah, absolutely. But with her, like her main thing in the book is like she feels isolated from her family. Like she's got a sister who is the golden child and gets, all the attention, and she's just kind of left in the wing. And that kind of isolation, like we tell people when we're doing events and we're talking about the book, like that is ripe for the picking when an abuser comes along. They see the perfect target. Her loneliness drove her to feel that violence was the same as love, because at least it was attention. So like I said, we all put a little pieces of our history, little pieces of ourselves into our books. So there is a healing and catharsis factor to it when it comes to us writing very specific scenes, especially. But it's also kind of a lifeline to people who are experiencing these same things. Like, we see you and we want you to know that, like, life is messy, loneliness sucks, but you can pull through it and you can find your why. But you can't just succumb to the darkness. Like, we're here. You're not alone in it.
There's a community. There's something. Yeah.
One of the biggest things that are like draws our inspiration, especially, we like to make our worlds dark and then the love very sweet and whatnot. A lot of the times, except for Jenna's book, it's not going to be as
Jenna's
much.
book is fun. I don't care.
That one's not. That one's gonna be a little more darker.
It is going to be darker.
Oops.
So the thing.
Sorry.
Come a little closer.
Okay, we're gonna be real good friends.
We like to show the variability of humanity. Like, so we have Charlie and Lucifer, who are both super stubborn, closed off individuals. They both have dealt with trauma. They've both been betrayed at the worst kind of way by the people that they care about the most. It shut them off. They're cut off from the world until they find each other. And then Harley, poor Harley, she finds the strength in herself. There is no romance there. I always warn them, like, it's that dark romance feel, but there's no happy ever after. It's not a romance. It's an anti-romance. She will get her happy ever after. It just won't be this particular set of her stories. But it's finding the love with her. It's finding love for yourself first. Finding the strength and the confidence to stop allowing that hurt to happen, and not in a victim blaming way, because we really know how that can go down. But it's finding that strength to move forward, in spite of it. And with Jenna,
that is such a fun love story. It's going to be an enemy. It's going to be our enemies to lovers.
It's true enemies to lovers, actually.
But it's going to also be like the most fun and raw relationship, I think.
Yeah.
As well, because that exists in the world. We want people who have had that push and pull kind of relationship where you know that you're good for each other, but you're both a little rough around the edges.
Yeah.
So,
a
little. So, but you find your softness in each other, like eventually, and that's we want.
I like that.
We like to play around with dynamics, like different dynamics for different things. We've got polyamory representation. We've got, monogamy representation. We've got LGBT characters. We've got, like, we just want to show the world in our world.
Yeah. Well, that love is love, right? Like, that even in the dark times, right?
Mhm.
Like, that as long as you have that peace, regardless, like, that's what kicks you out. That's nice. Yeah. I think that that's really important. Yeah.
So to kind of segue into that, right? Into that darkness and that we're going to talk a little bit about those morally gray men. What makes him so morally gray, right? Is it his power? Is it the trauma that he carries along with him? Is it his need for vengeance? Is it just that he makes really shitty choices with really good intentions?
Lucifer? I mean, it's Lucifer. I mean, come on.
So, yeah.
He's the king of hell. I'd hate to spoil too much for you.
So yeah, how far you said you just got it started? How far did you get last night?
Like 8 chapters in, I think.
Okay, so you've definitely seen Trigger Happy Charlie, which is my favorite scene in that book.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that scene. Being able to let
You know what? I am all for an FMC that will cut a bitch, shoot a bitch. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm all for, like, feminism at its best. Like, you go. Like,
you go. You show him.
Right?
But own it. Lucifer is so fun to me because, like, obviously, King of Hell, he is morally gray to his bone. We play with the mythologies. We play with his fall to try to avoid getting any spoilers for you. Personally, I'm trying to dance around it a little bit. But
if it happens, it happens. I'll still read it.
Okay.
But no, he is the king of hell. He is Lucifer. Some of the myths are true, even though he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm a liar.
He's not. It's one of those. I think it's one of those dynamics where it's to everyone but her.
Yeah, to everyone.
Oh, he's like the golden retriever for her.
It's her cinnamon roll. He is her cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
And, like, with Charlie, like, she's obsessed with cinnamon rolls. That was just a fun little trait that kind of came out of nowhere. But yeah, for her, he is her cinnamon roll. For everybody else, back the fuck up. Like,
right?
Oh yeah, he does not care. He will fuck with you. He will maim you. He does not care.
I mean, that's my kind of man.
Yeah. But it's so funny because early on in the book, like, you saw him, like, putting up those, like, peacock feathers at her and being like, "Who, like,
you're mine."
You're mine.
And she's like, "The fuck I am."
Like,
and he's like, no, you are. And she's like,
well, and it's so funny because I think that these characters have minds of their own sometimes, and they make us question things. But that what she did really kind of rewired his brain chemistry, like, with her, because he was very, like, boisterous and, yes, you're mine. And then, like, the second that she upped him in that category of, like, how crazy are you? And it's like, oh gosh, how do I put it? it knocked the wind out of him, but in like the best way. It's like, maybe I don't have to be I don't have to be on with this one. So with the more like with him, he is very much,
He can take a breath with her.
he can take a breath. He doesn't have to put on the show. He doesn't have to be the king of hell around. For everybody else, like, yeah, it's chaos. He's got to be mean. He's got to be violent. He's got to keep the control. And he'd rather them fear him than pity him, which is the big that's the underlying trauma with him, is I would rather have their fear than their pity. And with her, that's the first time that he's been able to turn off. So I think with him, he's that special kind of morally gray where it's a show. Like, he'll do it, whatever it is, he'll do it. But for her, he can be soft.
Yeah, I think I'm already in love with him.
Yeah, everybody loves everyone.
Yeah.
First, from what everyone has said, that's
Our editor said that is her number, or our editor said that's their number 2 book boyfriend. And the only reason why it's number 2 is because their wife owns the number 1 spot with her book. So we can't begrudge them that. Like, yep, wifey's book. We're not going to try to take that throne.
no.
But it was so great with just seeing the comments as they're editing her book. Just like, oh, I love Lucifer, my man. Oh, and then our narrator Vin also adores Lucifer. Like, she bought the book at that first event we did, and we met her, and like, Lucifer's bae. And so when we approached her and was like, we would really like you to narrate, and she's like, fuck yes. Like, I'm on now.
And then like her reset to do his voice every time was like one of our favorite lines in the book, and it was just like,
it's his big dramatic monologue to Charlie when he's confessing everything. And she did some TikTok lives of the narration just for fun. And every time she would, like she said, reset her voice to try to get back into Lucifer, she would repeat that monologue. And every time it's just like, oh, there he is. You know, she just loves him so much. She's just like, yes, we're stepping into him now.
Love it. Do we think that those morally gray characters are really the female gaze's rebellion against perfection? In so many books, we make that perfect man.
Mm-hmm. Brian is the perfect man. And everyone hates him. Everyone hates him. Those were the book.
yeah, nobody likes Brian. Everybody hates on him so hard.
And we purposefully made him the perfect man. We've written backstory with him and Charlie, their love story, like from literal child, and how their love story evolved to get into this mindset of how their love, developed, and why she is so heartbroken over him leaving her. Like, she's a very strong woman, but this killed her.
Yeah.
Why did this man why did this man affect her so bad? Well, because he was the perfect man. He was protective, but let her take control. So he would protect from her, like, he would have her back instead of stepping in front of her. He would let her shine. He was gorgeous, obviously. Like, I don't know if you know Alan, is it Richardson?
Yeah, I think
Richardson,
something like that, from Reacher.
Mm-hmm.
That's Brian's inspiration. So, like,
He is an attractive fella. No
yeah.
lies.
Yeah.
And perfect husband, perfect soldier, all that perfection. But you will see me be Team Lucifer all day long.
Yeah.
Because who wants perfection? I don't know if it's so much us rebelling against our perfection or our need to be perfect, so much as why do we have to strive for perfect?
Right.
Yeah.
To me, there's no such thing. I love a good flaw.
And Lucifer.
I don't. I don't want to be next to somebody perfect, right?
Right.
Because then I think you're going to look at all my flaws. Like, look at the fact that I now have gray hairs in my 40s. Look at the fact that, stretch marks came after I had my kid. Like all those things when you're next to somebody that's built like Adonis, right? Like, and then we're just the average girl next door or whatever, right? Like, I think that makes it so hard. And I think that's, for me, where that morally gray man is such, one, it's touch her and die. So, of course,
Yes.
like, who doesn't want entrails on their pillow the next day because somebody looked at them, right? Oh, he looked at you, I took his eyeballs. Cool. And then, like, there's also the fact of, like, they see the beauty. Like, I just finished Rook and Rebel, right? And she found the beauty in the scars down, like, the side of his body from the fire. Or she, like, Zayd and Haunting Adeline, like, she finds the beauty in the scar down his face, right? Because there's no perfection there. There's no, like, they're beautiful for who they are and the monster that they are, right? And that darkness in them. And reading from the male point of view to see that, like, that female is their light. And then that female is looking at them for that little piece of dark that they need in them. And I think it's just such a beautiful,
it's an empowerment
match, right? Plus,
it's finding your Lilith, your inner Lilith.
I also just don't know what kind of vibes I get off, because someone at work told me that I look like somebody who would want to date somebody who left eyeballs on my pillow, and I was very concerned about what
like,
it's so funny that's the example you give, because I'm sitting here like taking the eyeballs out because you looked at her, or like Frank ripping the jaw off of somebody because he kissed her.
Yeah. No, so Frank is a very fun character.
There's no morally gray in that.
So
that is
he's pure morally black.
Yeah, he's just black.
Nice,
I like it
right now, but he's going black.
He's going
I would prefer go all the way. Like,
so Frank. So originally that was all written way before dark romance was a thing. So when people are like, "We love Frank," it's like, please don't. Please don't. When we say dark, it's anti-romance. When people are like, anti-romance, it's like, no, it means that we can't say it's a dark romance because you're gonna get confused.
It's no happy ending.
We don't know how to market that book.
We don't. It's so funny because, like, the dark romance girlies are all like, "Oh yeah, give me Frank." And I was like, "No, please don't.
No.
There's not a romance. You're gonna be very disappointed." I don't know very many book comp titles for that one. Like, I can't compare it. I think the closest we got was maybe Mercy Thompson and Bitten. Maybe. But, like, with him, when I started writing him, he was a morally gray character when I started. And he just kept doing worse shit.
He just kept getting darker and darker.
I'm like, okay, we're stepping out of gray at this point. We're gonna go with it, I guess.
I'm now starting to worry about you because that came out of your noggin.
So, and to be honest, Frank is not the darkest character I've ever written in my life.
So at this point, is it therapy? Just free therapy? Just get it all out?
Yeah. Just let it out. But it's like and we've talked about writing some. We got some dark romances on the horizon. We've got some, like, we got a lot more morally gray baddies.
We actually have some not cinnamon rolls, but golden retrievers too.
Yeah, golden retrievers and cinnamon rolls. We do have a fantasy in the works. It's a sapphic style, or white shoes with heavy sapphic relationships.
Yeah,
not exclusive, but heavy. And
the evil goddess who's upset that she got stuck in a human body and now she's got to, like,
learn how to be humble and
and that's not happening.
And she comes across this dragon woman who is a little idiot
in her mind.
It's her little idiot. But she is like the sweetest little thing, and she's like, "I'll help you," like, not big scary big scary goddess that's gonna like try to eat me, I guess. I don't know. But they form this relationship. So like that's gonna be a fun one to write, because
that one's like if you think about Xena and the show Xena, that's the inspiration.
Yeah.
So yeah, Xena and Gabriel. That was my idea with
like
that one.
taking them. Okay, it's time to put like them into a real romance.
That's awesome.
I write cinnamon rolls well. I do. Cole and Effie are my cinnamon rolls. Effie is the dragon. Cole is gonna be one of our witch books.
Yeah.
But God, I have that soft spot for the morally gray / just straight up black character. Like, give me the crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've yet to really showcase them very well. I don't know why.
Because they're in all of our works in progress. So Charlie and Lucifer became such a favorite that we felt compelled to hurry up on their book too.
Yeah.
But their relationship is very like fun and flirty and sweet. Like, yeah, like the world is dark, the romance is not type thing.
And then they started talking like slow. It turned into slow burn.
Slow burn. It went from like, because when we've RP'd them in the past, they've had some hot and heavy scenes where we're like, oh, that'll go into the book easily.
It didn't.
And it didn't. They won't let us rush this one with them, and it's killing us.
Steph is all about the slow burn. All about it.
I love it and hate it. Like, I'll read a series and I'm like, oh my God.
It's like, just
we just
get
get
already. Just kidding.
Yeah. It's us taking
and then I'm like, but I love the madness.
Yes. But it's that yearning, that Pride and Prejudice hand flux, and like that still also has gets me kicking my feet too. So
yeah,
but I'm over here like, no.
Oh, it's so funny because in book 2, it gets a little hotter. And she's just like, yes, let's push it, and we start writing.
I want to go like, I'm all about like God of Malice, 3rd page. We're on the edge of the cliff, and he's like, on your knees, bitch. I'm like, thank you. Yes, please.
Jenna's book is gonna be like that, because Jenna is unapologetically sex positive, polyamorous, pansexual. Everybody's pretty, and I'm horny.
Yeah,
like that's Jenna. So that's gonna be fun, because she's gonna let it all out.
Okay, so then this is a question, and you can tell me if it's TMI and you don't want to answer it, and I'm okay with that. So I know that when I read, there are times if I'm out in public, you got to cross your legs and hope for the best that your face ain't getting red and, whatever. And then when you're behind closed doors, whatever happens, right? So when you're writing, is it as much of a turn on to write the scenes as it is to read the scenes?
Sometimes the logistics make it so unsexy.
Yeah, because you're just like,
whose leg is where?
Like how? Like, do I put it up here? Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Is her hand under it? Like, we're sitting like
scripting sex. Like, really, like, you're like, before I go into this, hold on, what can I do this
through? And then after we're done trying to figure out, like,
Chelsea, come here, let me pose you like a doll real quick. I need some logistics. But no,
and then we read it and we're like, okay, that makes sense. And then we're done. And then we're like, here, alpha readers, read this. And then all of a sudden we have I need a hot shower. And we're like, okay, it works.
Cold shower.
Yeah, a cold shower. Sorry.
But
I say those
backwards. We get a bunch of them like, oh God, that was hot. Oh God, we need a cold shower. It's like, oh, it totally didn't feel that way writing it, but okay.
Yeah, we're good.
But it also, like, yeah, there have been scenes, especially like the ones we haven't gotten put on paper yet that we've written. Yeah, like it can be really like, it can be fun and sexy, and like you can have to walk away from the computer for a minute because it's like, oh boy. But it's really funny because like I'm asexual, so it adds a different layer of weird for me. I think maybe books are top 2 of my 2 turn-ons. So like, yeah, writing like those kinds of scenes, they do get me to be like, oh, sometimes. But I can turn on my asexual superpower and just like plug through a really dirty, hot, heavy scene
And they're like, how
without
does this
batting
sound?
an eyelash. And I'm just like,
then she turns it to me and goes, how does this sound? I'm like, oh.
I'm like,
What did you
where
write
did this come from?
Are we sure?
I was
If you have to ask, then the answer is yes. Every time.
I don't even remember. There was like something that was going around. Like, what was it? That we decided that book 2, we were just gonna like, we weren't even sure what we were gonna do with book 2 because unfortunately, book 2 is not gonna be a romance. We've come to realize it's not gonna be
a dark fantasy.
It's a dark fantasy. So because it's taking a different light on something. And anyway, it still has a lot of sex in it.
Yeah, somehow.
Because we were like,
Tricky
you know
Lucifer.
what? Because you're like, you know what? No, fuck whatever. There was something that pissed us off because we saw it somewhere because we were like, how dare sex be in...
Oh.
Yeah, you remember? Because we were like...
Our dedication.
Yeah, we were going to put our dedication because somebody was like...
But it was, no. Homosexuality is not a trigger warning.
Yeah.
It was that whole... on Threads, somebody was like, if you're going to put homosexuality in your book, you need to have it in the trigger warnings. And it's like, fuck you. Homosexuality is not a trigger. Like, that's not how that works.
No,
like, at that point, we like Dion. Well, going back to Dion, our favorite new like fun character who is completely unpredictable because we've never played with him before.
Yeah, not the way that we wanted to.
And just a little bit of non-spoilery information on him. He is a club owner. He owns a BDSM play club, and he is super fun and super flirty and super very open about everything.
Is it in Kansas City? Just question. Just asking for. Is that club in Kansas City? Just asking.
No, it's actually a pocket realm.
Yeah, it's in a pocket realm. So he gets like all kinds of fun stuff added to an already fun situation. But it's I know, right? But so like you think Tom Ellis and Lucifer, that's kind of that vibe he gives too. Like that flirty, playful, everything's game kind of feel. And when that whole Threads thing went on about like, okay, just for you guys, we're putting more homosexuality in our book. Enjoy.
And I actually started writing. I actually wrote out the scene, and she was like,
"Oh my god!" Like,
I was like,
"It's fantastic! It is fantastic."
Yeah, it was probably one of my favorite scenes that I wrote out because she fixed it up for me because I was like, I'm just writing it.
Yeah, she was just like,
Get it out.
Just putting it out. She was just like, we're gonna have these really awesome stickers. I can't wait to have them out.
Yeah, it's called Dion's Cunt Cake.
I love that.
I wish I had yeah. That we already have them drawn up, and we just gotta go get them printed off because the scene, and it's so funny because Ven was doing a Human Voices Only Part 2 because she did a snippet from Charlie and Lucifer before we hired her. And she's like, do you guys have anything else new that you would like us to read or like me to read for Human Voices Only? And I have a duet partner this time.
We were like, yes.
We know the exact scene.
And
because Charlie walks in on Dion while he's enjoying himself and having a little birthday party. And she's like, I don't know if I can post this, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it anyway. I haven't seen it on TikTok. I think it got taken down,
but it's on Instagram.
It's on Instagram.
I feel like that's a win sometimes, though. Let's be honest. I feel like that's like a trophy. You're like, yes.
No, it's on Instagram.
But that sticker comes from that scene in particular, so it's super fun.
So will you have that sticker at Lit and Libations? That's really the better question.
We can.
It's really the
because I know we're teasing. Like we have a couple little teases, and we're waiting on Book Vault to get their shit together. We might not have stuff in stock in time that we want, but we might be ready for pre-orders on our special edition for Dance with the Devil. Our hardback special edition that took a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and cussing to finish. But we kind of want to start putting more of those teasers for book 2 out there too. So yeah, I think the Dion's Cupcake stickers is going to be one of them.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea.
So
Okay, good. We might have to grab some of those while we're there.
we'll definitely give you some. It's my favorite thing. But yeah, no, it's for book 2, like Lucifer and Charlie aren't really near each other for the most part in this book. They kind of go on their own separate journeys. But they find ways to get together. It's super fun. Like where we had a 3 spice average rating for Dance with the Devil. Devil in the Details is a little bit hotter.
We don't know.
We'll see how we're about 70,000 words in on it right now.
73, yeah. There may be more. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Well, I'm sure there'll be more.
Well, I mean, more scenes.
Oh, more scenes. Sorry, I was like, there better be more words.
I mean, obviously, more words.
Just cut it off right there. That's all y'all get.
Cliffhanger.
What a cliffhanger.
All right, so one of my favorite things to do to Steph, and you guys are now going to get thrown into it, is I like to throw like a really random question that nobody has time to think about ahead of time to answer.
Oh, wonderful.
And it really stresses her out, which just makes my whole night, to be honest, because what are best friends for? So I'm going to circle back to something that you said all the way at the beginning of our conversation about the zombie apocalypse. So I'm going to go with that. So if your favorite book character had to survive a zombie apocalypse, who's making it out alive and who's absolutely dying in chapter 1?
Oh dear.
Right?
We know Charlie was...
I don't know about you, but my mind goes blank immediately, and I'm like, what?
Like, what's a favorite character? Like,
I know Charlie would survive. Carmen would survive.
Carmen has survived the
Yeah,
zombie
I was going to say,
apocalypse.
Carmen has survived.
She was one of our zombie apocalypse
and
girls.
so was Charlie.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were there together. So
Yeah,
we already know.
We know. They were part of the zombie apocalypse. Lucifer's immortal, so he wouldn't die. Brian would be dying.
Oh,
Or
man.
Brian.
Brian's dead. He would be too willing to try to save Charlie.
I mean, there's that.
Or Carmen would trip him. Or
That
she'd
one.
shoot him in the leg.
She'd shoot him in the leg and walk away.
She's like,
Oh.
that's it.
Oh gosh. I'm trying to think because like
I feel like Tamlin would die in chapter 1. I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to throw that out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would want him, like, sacrificed, so that's fine.
Listen.
man,
I
that
told
even
you,
dude is
morally.
I've
morally
not
black,
made it
please.
through Akatar. I can't get it. I cannot.
I read the
You
first...
Steph can't get through Fourth Wings, so don't feel bad.
I didn't get a chance to. I had it in my I was going to read it, and then something else. I had another book that came in, and I was like, oh, I want to read that one instead, and then I got rid of that one. I feel bad. I haven't been really reading anything.
Yeah. Well, and I'm trying to think of like non-Madison Chase book characters, and it's sad because the only one that keeps popping up is Mike Talbot, and we know how that goes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with Mark Tufo. He writes
so many.
He
books.
writes so many. Like it's this insane alternate universe world, and it's fantastic. Like if you like sarcastic ass, like comedy of errors type stuff.
Yeah.
But he's such a great writer. Like he tells a really good story. It's the Zombie Fallout series, and Mike Talbot is his poor little fucking punching bag. But he like goes through all these different realities. So there's a zombie reality and there's an alien reality where an alien abducts him in half of a concert. And it's like,
and then there's the werewolves.
like in Fallout. Yeah. So this poor soul, he would absolutely live in the zombie apocalypse just because he would want to die.
Uh-huh.
He's tired. He's so tired, and because he is who he is, he would end up surviving.
Yeah.
I feel like Bella Swan would also die in chapter 1.
Yes.
Oh, I'm 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's not.
Somebody once told me Packer Prey was like Twilight for Team Jacob, and I quit writing for 3 years.
Oh God.
I was very passionate about how much I disliked. Christian Grey is another one that would die.
He is kind of a pussy. I'm really sorry. Like,
he's disappointing.
I have no hate for 50 Shades. It's just once you get into like the real world of fiction and literature.
Yes. Yeah.
He's just kind of a puss who like hides his mommy issues behind trying to like spank a girl who looks like his mom, and it's really kind of creepy in the end.
All you have to do is just poke him in his chest where it's got the.
You don't even have to poke him. You just have to touch his like no zone.
Yeah, the no zone. Just like, and then he's like,
all I could think about during like watching that scene. I read the books too, and I'm like, I'm just gonna watch the movies. We'll just do it. Whatever. We'll get the whole experience, I guess. But all I kept thinking when he was drawing the lipstick was, no, don't touch me there. That is my no square. Like it's. Come on, she wrote a no square on her character.
I see like my favorite meme in the whole wide world is that 50 Shades of Grey would be an episode of Criminal Minds if he wasn't rich.
It would.
Like, that's what.
But even then, I might choose the trailer. I don't know.
It's fair. That's fair.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I think Zayd Meadows is definitely going to win. Like, he's going to survive. Yeah. I think any of our morally gray MMCs are surviving the zombie apocalypse.
Because they wouldn't be afraid to
do what they need to.
Yeah, they wouldn't be afraid to
and that's what I'm sitting here. It's like, who would die? And I'm just like, nobody that I care about. Maybe Richard Zeman would die. Because, god damn it, Richard, every 5 seconds. I don't know if you have read Anita Blake.
I know the name.
Yeah,
I know the name.
Anita Blake, Vampire Hunter. If you like the dark and like morally gray, and you like white shoes, or it's really reverse harem when you think about it, because wow, that woman's got some
many guys.
She's got some, but it is like it was pre-Twilight. It was the vampire werewolf human love triangle before Twilight came around, but it's so much better.
I feel like it's pre-True Blood too.
Well, no, it was pre-True Blood.
I was gonna say I think it's pre-True
Sookie would also die, but he would also die.
Don't live,
for
damn
real. It. For real.
Bill would die too, I think. Actually,
Eric Northman would live.
Eric would live.
Eric would live.
God, especially
that's fair.
If Eric dressed the way that Alexander Skarsgård just did on the red carpet, I would die for him so he would live.
With his penis shirt?
No, I didn't see the penis shirt.
Oh yeah, he just wore some penis shirt on the red carpet like a week or so ago.
I gotta look that up now. No, he wore like a white halter dress shirt with a tie and like leather lace-up pants. And I'm just like, okay. Hello, father figure.
Hello,
I mean, I'll be the Jane to his Tarzan any day. I'm just saying. I don't know. All I know is that I finished reading the book Priest by Simone, can't think of her last name. And then this hooker over here told me to come to the church and be the godparents while her kids got baptized.
I did.
You're probably
She's like, I just finished reading the book.
The church is going to burn down and we're all going to die.
I told her, I was like, it didn't burn down when I walked through. You're fine. You're fine.
You didn't read the things about the holy oil.
I've seen things about
like
that.
There's a lot of priests who walk in and it doesn't burn down. We're fine. We're fine.
I hadn't gone to church in
it's a really good book.
10 years, I think. And I walked in, like, my husband, this is a long time ago before, like, everything, but my husband convinced me to go to a non-denominational church with him. He just got a wild hair across his ass. I was like, I kind of want to go check out this church. It's like, okay, whatever. It's non-denominational. We'll go. And then I was, like, walking in. I was like, what if the roof falls down on my head? And he's just like, oh my God, will you stop? Like, we walk in, and as soon as I walk in, the thunder clapped outside. And I'm just like,
We're leaving.
we're leaving.
We're leaving.
Roof is coming down.
We're turning around.
Told you these things weren't supposed to happen. Like,
No, and it's
I haven't been inside of a Catholic church in years, and here I am reading about dirty priests, and then I gotta go godparent her kids, promising to God I'm gonna send them on the right ways.
And that's why I chose you.
Exactly.
Because we have a common understanding of what that right way is.
Man, so our editor literally was like, "You're having a boxing match with
Christian mythology at this point." Like, that was one of her comments in the story. She's like, "You're having a boxing match with Christian mythology," and I love it.
And I'm just like,
that's awesome.
oh no.
So we've been expecting and waiting for the roof to come down, like for us to get those reviews that are like, "How dare you?"
And we're just like, nothing. We're just like, oh,
cool.
Listen, he was an angel. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So we made him a little sexy and a little like made him to where people kind of fawn over him. So what?
We don't know what he looked like. We weren't there.
Exactly.
Maybe he was sexy.
He was a little good, right?
Yeah. My favorite lore, and it's not like mythology lore. It's just a random fact I know, and I say fact very loosely because like certain details I cannot recall unless like I'm not talking about it. Then like 10 minutes later, I'll be like, oh yeah. But there was a thing about a sculptor sculpting a statue of Lucifer, but the people that were paying him to do it said that
it was too hot.
It was too hot, so they hired, I think, his brother, and he made him hotter. So it's like you cannot deny the hotness that is Lucifer. I guess.
I
They made
mean,
it even sexier.
it kind of fits, though. I feel like when you think of temptation and you think of not even necessarily the dark. I don't think of the devil and think of like dark things. I just think of temptation, and I think of choices, and I think of decisions you have to make. And what would tempt me the most would be, what is the sexiest, right? Like, who is gonna leave hands on my doorstep? Like, those are like, who's going to take me into an abandoned church and say, I vow, you vow, we vow? Those are the things that I want to know. Like,
you might get a kick out of a scene in book 2. I forgot all about that until just now. But but no, my brain, the train left the station. It was going somewhere. It derailed.
Happens to the best of us.
I had a thought and it's gone. Like, right into the ether.
Oh, man.
That happens a lot. Sorry to say.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, we have loved having the both of you on the show today. We loved to hear about the Casey Book Beat. We hope everybody goes to Lit and Libations.
Same.
And it's Gatsby themed, so like get out the flapper dresses and get your Gatsby on. And
yes, so thank you guys for coming. I am super glad that you guys were able to make it. Steph, any send-offs from you since I talked for you in the intro? You can
that all the time.
No, I really enjoyed having you on, and thank you guys for
coming
to talk with us. So this has been very enjoyable.
Sorry about that late start.
Yeah,
we saw the message and we were like, "Wait, what?" Calendar. It's been a day. Like we just got that girl one down to bed.
No, you're okay. I text Miss all the time. I'm like, wait, what do we have going on? Is that tonight? Like what? I don't even know. Like, so no, you're good company.
I'm kind of everybody's calendar. Our other bestie in our trio, she'll text me and she'll be like, when is this? And I'm like, in 3 days. She's like, got it. I'm like, okay, we're good. I'm just the scheduler. That's my job.
Yeah. I've got the color-coded calendar of, like, everything.
I tell her, she don't mark it down. This is not my fault.
It's okay.
Yeah. It has to be posted everywhere for me. I mean, reminders, phone, notifications, all the
I lost
things.
my light. I feel like I have to remind her like 3 times within the week.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you remember this is coming up on Sunday, right? Hey,
True.
don't forget, this is coming up on Sunday, right? So, anyway,
That's true.
thank you guys for coming. Everybody, have a great time. That's all the chaos that we can handle for one night. Our therapist would be proud or deeply concerned about all of us right now. If you've made it this far, you're officially one of us, morally gray in fiction, emotionally responsible in real life, hopefully, maybe. And if your book boyfriend's currently plotting world domination, just remember, it's only toxic if he's not fictional. So we'll see you next time. Same place, different flavor of chaos. Bye, guys.
Bye.